Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Academy X. We're gonna cover we're gonna learn some Python, we're gonna learn some variable types, numeric, string, and we also gonna be discussing arithmetic operators and regular expressions. So if you wanna learn these topics, you're in the right place because we're gonna cover them from zero to hero. Okay, first you need a Gmail account. If you have a Gmail account, you can open Google Colabs. Just think of it like any other application that Google provides, like Sheets, like Slides, like Google Documents, etc. You know. So you literally gonna go to Google and type Google Colab or just Colab. Uh-huh. And you're gonna go to this link, and then you're gonna put new notebook. Okay. And this is gonna be our new notebook that we just created. Let's talk about Google Colab for a bit. Um, it's pretty essentially like working in Jupyter Notebook, but it's online, which allows you to work with your teammates. You can just share this Google Colab with your teammates, and any edits that he does, you're gonna have it, and yeah, it's gonna be safe. And you can come back to work on this later, tomorrow, etc. So it's a powerful tool if you think about it. You can do machine learning in here. You just have to change the runtime into GPU, and yeah. So I strongly recommend this to use this tool, software tool. All right, let's talk about the declaration of the variables. So Python variables do not need explicit declaration. So in other programming languages, you will need to put this is gonna be a string, and this is gonna be, or this is gonna be an integer, or this is gonna be a float, or this is gonna be a boolean, or bool actually is bool. No, in Python you don't need to declare the data type. You can just simply go for it. The name of the variable, I'm gonna put my name equals in between double quotation because it's a string. We're gonna put my name Frank. Okay. And the next line, let's say we have a variable for age. Age is gonna be an integer number. Let's say 23. Weight, we want it to be like a float, so we're gonna put 176.5. So then we're gonna print these variables. Print my name. We're gonna print my age, and we're gonna print my weight. So in here we're gonna have Frank 23, and this system pretty much know that this variable is declared for this, it's designed for this, it's assigned to this. Alright? And if you are insecure about what data types are each, you can just simply print type and then the variable name. In this case, it's gonna be my name. And we're gonna do the same thing, just copy and paste it. It's a lot faster. We just put age in the second, and then we're gonna put weight in the third. So we can say Frank is a string, 23 is an integer, and 176.5 is a float. Indeed. Alright, we know this. Now let's talk about something, multiple assignment. So Python has this advantage, right? You can declare a lot of things like this, like let's say A equals B equals C. It doesn't matter, it's just, and all of them are gonna start with a number, with a starting number of 1. So if I print A, it's gonna be 1. If I print B, it's also gonna be 1. So I did all these declarations, all these initiations, A, B, and C in just one line. This is pretty cool, right? All of them is gonna be 1, and then you can edit it later in your algorithm, in your logic. let's also discuss, for example, there is something different. For example, let's say x, y, z. X, y, z are gonna equals 1, 2, 3. So this is, we're declaring the first variable to the first variable here. The variable name x is gonna be 1, y is gonna be 2, and z is gonna be 3. So if we print all of them, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, just like I said. Brilliant. Let's talk about strings and the slice operator. So we know what my name was. So if we just print it, we know it's Frank. But how about if we just want the first three letters? How do we do this? The first three letters of this string, first three characters. Well, we will have to put in computer science, we don't start from the number 1, we start from the number 0. So we can just say 0 until 3, right? So that will give us the first three characters of any string. Actually, we can even make it simpler than this. We don't even have to specify 0. If you put it empty before the colon, it will just give you the same result as 0 in the starting point. Alright, so for this name, my name, right? We want to print the whole string just for us to have an idea. Okay, it's Frank. What if we want only the first letter of the character, the first character of the string, and the last one as well? Not a robot indeed. Alright, so how do we do this? Pretty much to print the first character, we know we just have to put my name and 0, because in computer science we start from 0, and that's gonna give us F. Now we need a K from Frank, which is the last character, right? So we're gonna do exactly the same, but we're gonna put -1. That's how we understand that it's the last character of any string. That's the K. Okay. Concatenate two strings, or better off, let's just remember these three variables that we created from the beginning. Let's concatenate in just one sentence. Okay. So for example, we're gonna say print, and then we're gonna say in between double quotation, my name is, then we're gonna add plus, we're gonna concatenate two strings, and my name is, and then we're gonna put the variable my name, followed by a period, and then my weight, here inside, my weight is, and then we're gonna put here, we're gonna write age, but age is an integer, so when you do this you're gonna have an error if you don't put a string age. You're gonna have to make a string to this number. My weight is, actually should be weight. Alright, I was thinking of weight, plus double quotation, space, and I am, and now I'm gonna say how old I am. So we're gonna put age, and it's gonna give you an error if you don't put a string first to make this variable a string. And then you're gonna summate this last string, say in a space, years old, and then a period. So we sum all of that. My name is Frank, my weight is 176.5, and I am 23 years old. We summate all, or we concatenated all these strings, and the variables that were not strings, like weight and age, we made it a string so that we don't get the error that, for example, it would have given us this error if I don't specify. Oops, sorry. Let me just shift enter. Can only concatenate strings, not integers. So that's why it's important to remember that variables that are not strings, you have to make them a string just for the sentence, just for to concatenate strings with strings. We're gonna use this arithmetic operator with integers, and it's gonna be why we're gonna do our summations, subtractions, and so on. So for example, we say that we're gonna say that we're gonna declare a like 5 and b is gonna equal 3. Now we're gonna say a plus b is gonna be, you guessed it, 8. It would be cool if we declare it to a variable like that. Okay, so now we're gonna type here C, and it's gonna say, tell you, hey, C means 8 if that's what you want. Let's make sure we print so it's better. Okay, A is 5, B is 3, C is gonna be A plus B, which is 8. Alright, similar fashion we can say subtraction by just adding the minus in between the A and B, and then print C. Alright, 2. Let's try one more time with the multiplication. It's 15. 3 times 5 times 3 is 15. And then we're gonna try with the division. 1.67. Alright. That would be all for arithmetic operators. Just remember that you cannot divide by 0. So for example, if you say a equals 0, it's gonna give you an error because we know that we cannot divide by 0. For this we will have to get some error handlers working, and we will recover more ahead in this course. But I almost forgot, this is very important, it's crucial. Modulus. What are modulus? This, when you see this character right here, you will think of percentage, but for programmers, it means modulus. For example, let's say, let me fix this real quick. B. I don't like seeing errors. Okay, so for example, we're gonna say A divided by B, just like we have above, it's gonna be, oh, let me just delete this. It's gonna be 1.67. Okay, so we know A is, let's print also here. We know A is 5 and B equals 3, right? Print A and print B and print C. Oh, enter. Okay, C is gonna equal A divided by B. And let's put the C in between parentheses so that it doesn't give us an error. Okay, 5 divided by 3 equals 1.67. Okay, so what if we just wanted the remainder of the division? So that's when modules come useful. If you put, instead of the division operator, we put module, it's gonna give us 2. Alright, so how do we get this? Okay, so if you divide 5 by 3, you're gonna have to multiply 3 times 1, and you will have 2 as a remainder. So that's what it's telling you. Whatever is the remainder between the first number and then the second number, that's gonna be assigned to the variable C. That's the importance of modulus. And it works in just like this in any other programming language. Now we're gonna talk about exponentially. So for example, we're gonna say a to the second power. That's gonna be 25 because a is like saying 5 to the second power is gonna be 25. Okay, that when you put 2 asterisks like that, one asterisk is like multiplication, 2 asterisks is like exponent, like you put it like an exponent. Alright, so if we put a similar function, a exponential to b is gonna be, oh, pardon me, a times b is 15, but if you put double asterisk, that's exponential, and it's 125. 5 times 5 is 100, what is 25 times 5? 125. And that's it for operators. Thank you very much. By the way, there are two things that I want to cover too. First is floor division. This floor division. So when you divide 5 by 2, you know it's 2.5, but what if you just want to get rid of the decimal, you just care about the integer number. So then you're gonna put, instead of slash 2, you're gonna put this double slash. You're gonna have 2 as the answer. You just get rid of the decimal point after. Also the string format. Strings have this built-in function which allows you to do the following. For example, we were saying like this, right? My name is plus the variable. My weight is plus that variable. And I am this variable age years old. Okay, so there's another way to do this, and some people would say it's even better. So you can say print and then a string. My name is, and then curly braces, opening and closing curly braces. Period. My weight is, and then opening curly braces, closing curly braces, comma, and I am opening curly braces, closing curly braces, space years old. After the string with double quotation, you're gonna put format and then open parentheses and the first variable, the second variable, and the third variable, because you're saying here is gonna be a variable, here is gonna be another variable, and here is gonna be one more variable. In here we're gonna put my name followed by a comma, and here we're gonna put we're gonna enter the weight followed by a comma, and the last variable we're gonna enter the age follow. We're gonna make sure that it's constant variables and then shift enter, and that's how it works. My name is Frank, my weight is 176.5, and I am 23 years old. Alright, I hope you guys got something away from these tutorials, and if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Thank you. See you next time.